Deportiva y con swing.
Deportiva y con swing.
La factoría del deporte desde New York para ti. Es una máquina.
Es una máquina
Pensada para ti.
pensada para ti. Número uno en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Con informaciones importantes siempre frescas.
Y con entrevistas que te ponen de cabeza.
Lo mejor del deporte lo encontrarás aquí.
Búscale en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Suscríbete,
Ay sí,
infórmate.
ok. Dale a la campana para que te llegue.
Pete, what would the three-peat mean to you?
I mean, it would be really special, but today I'm not just competing for myself. I'm competing for my foundation, the Alonso Foundation, where if there's any money won tonight, it's going to go to a lot of good things, including helping different children and animals and different families and such. So really excited to compete for the Alonso Foundation. My wife Haley and I we spent a lot of time and effort putting this together, and we just want to genuinely help people.
Pete, how much do you love this event?
Oh, this event's a blast, and again, it's a super exciting day, and yeah, I'm ready.
What's your secret to winning Derby?
I think it's as much as it is a strength competition, it's an endurance competition, and just being able to stay strong physically and mentally is a huge part of it.
And is there any additional, like a milk and
Yeah, chocolate milk and
shake?
squats, absolutely.
Any additional?
Nope, that's it.
Hey Pete, all eyes are on you today. You are the star attraction. How do you feel about that, and what's it going to take? What's the strategy?
Strategy is to conserve as much energy as possible, and just don't miss anything over the plate. Just have fun, swing hard, and I mean, it's going to be a great environment, and I'm excited for it. I love hitting at Dodger Stadium, and it's gonna be a great time.
Do your teammates would be your biggest competition?
Everybody. I mean, it's a great field, and whoever I'm up against, it's gonna be a good battle.
What about Mets teammates? Mets teammates.
For
Which one would be your biggest competition if you had to play against?
I don't know. That's a good question. I would say Francisco.
Pete, one more time this way. What would it feel like to you and for the team to do it 3 times?
Oh, it'd be really special. Again, like, I'm super happy to represent the New York Mets out here in LA, and not just the Mets, but the city of New York. And again, like I said before, I'm super excited to not just compete for myself, but compete for my wife and I's foundation. So the money's going to be used to help a lot of different people, and we just want to do good in the community because I'm blessed, my family's blessed. We're really fortunate to be in the position that we're in, and again, I just want to any winnings from this event is going to go to our foundation, and we're going to use and help our communities.
And what would you say to the fans? This is their event. You're going back to the fans. They told you to win. What do you want to say to the fans?
Yeah, so I mean, the fan support to help get me here was truly tremendous. So thank you so much to everybody who voted me and voted for my teammates, because this is a really special event to showcase talent that we have for the New York Mets, and we have a lot of really good guys here, a lot of deserving guys, and we're ready to put on a show.
Pete, will we see the Alonso energy out there tonight?
Oh, absolutely. You know it. I'm really excited. Right now is kind of the calm before the storm.
One
Pete,
more.
would you have liked to have seen, just from an entertainer standpoint, Judge and or Stanton in this derby?
I mean, it would have been a blast, but again, like, those guys, they choose what they need to do and do what's right for their body. For me, like, I feel I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so I feel good. But if other guys are concerned about their health and their ability to compete during the year, and that's their call. So, I mean, it'd be great if they did it, but also I completely understand. Like, some guys, like, they just if they think it's going to take away from the team, then you know what, then so be it.
You shared the same city stage with Judge last handful of years ago. What from afar have you admired about him?
Not just from the far, because I mean, even though we're in another division, we play each other a lot. We play each other at least 4 to 6 times a year. So getting to compete against him in person, it's I mean, he's a great hitter. He's super dynamic, and he can beat you in a lot of ways.
Pete, this is your second time as an All-Star. I wouldn't think you take it for granted, do you?
No, this is a tremendous opportunity, and again, I'm just really blessed for this opportunity, and I want to make the most of it and capitalize.
What can we expect from the Mets in the second half in your mind, and what are you looking for?
Well, we're a super gritty bunch, and we play hard. We play hard every day, and we're all ready to win. It doesn't matter what inning. We could be down or up. We're ready to push it home. So for us, we got a big task ahead of us in the second half, but we're really excited for the great opportunity to win the division and play for a championship in October.
Pete, you told me you have a power bod, not a dad bod. How does the power bod recover from all the swings you got to go through tonight and going into the second half?
Again, just hydration, getting some good nutrients and good food. That's pretty much it. And having a couple days after it's gonna be nice. Gonna use it to my full advantage and be all I can be for my team in the second half and win as many games as possible.
What are you and the fam doing here the next couple days after this wind down?
Oh, we're not staying here. We got to go back because it's a long way back, and we got a first couple games in New York on Friday, so we're just right after the game. We're heading out, but we're gonna get some much deserved rest back in New York.
What is it about Buck Showalter that's so special and different and has you guys headed in the right direction?
I mean, Buck's been really instrumental for us. He's been a huge addition to the staff. He has a tremendous amount of knowledge and understanding of the game, and it's just evident of him being a leader for us. It's truly awesome.
So you have a 72 RBI first half already. What do you think made that happen?
So, firstly, having a bunch of RBIs means that I have a bunch of guys in scoring position, and without those great at bats from my teammates and my teammates putting me in that position, I wouldn't have that. But also at the same time, by them putting me in a good situation, I still have to stay disciplined, stay within myself, and capitalize on a pitch in my zone. So I'm just really happy that my teammates have been doing an outstanding job creating havoc on the bases.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Last year you had some special cleats. Do you have the same situation this year?
Oh yeah, I got some really fun cleats and batting gloves this year, and I got it all painted, my bat all painted up too. So we got some special stuff. Yeah, awesome.
Gregory's, by the way.
Oh, Gregory's the man.
Isn't he?
Yes.
Let me video it real quick. I'm going to send it.
Okay, Gregory, thanks so much for the batting gloves and the cleats. They're gonna be amazing out there. I can't thank you enough for putting those together. You're the man. I'll see you out there.
I don't know if you're aware of the new provision. If it's tied after 9, they'll decide the game by a home run derby. They put in the bargaining thing.
Yeah.
You excited about that possibility?
Yeah. So Snit called me when we were over in Atlanta, and he's just like, "Hey, you want to do it?" And I said, "Yeah, I'll do it for sure." So it'll be fun.
Were you aware of it before he called you?
No.
Yeah, it was like buried on page 100 something of the bargaining agreement.
I think that's fun. I think it's going to be a great event if that does happen. But he asked if I would do it. So.
Did you have to think twice, or was it like?
No, absolutely. I'll be your guy.
So what was the day when he called you? You were in Atlanta?
Yeah, when we were in Atlanta.
So in person, or he called you on the phone while you were there?
He called. Yeah, so he called over. He got the visiting clubby. He say, hey, go get Pete. And I was just like, why is the opposing manager calling me? And it turns out that he's the manager of the game, and then he had to tell me about the home run derby stuff because I didn't know about it.
So you met him in the office or on the field?
I didn't meet him. It was just over the phone.
Oh, over the phone. Oh, yeah. Okay. So you called him?
No, he called me.
Ah, got it. Perfect.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Al. Hey.
How we doing?
How are you?
Good.
All right, ready?
Yes.
All right, so obviously I'm going to ask a basketball question. So I'm asking all the players, knowing their answer, what's more exciting, the home run derby or the NBA slam dunk contest?
Definitely the derby.
All right, why?
I mean, there's nothing better than hitting a homer.
You hit quite a few. Are
Yes.
you going for the third? You think you got it?
I mean, that's why I'm competing.
All right. What would be more of an accomplishment? The Bulls going three-peat or you going three-peat in the Derby?
I got to say the Bulls.
Which year? Which three?
It does. I mean, definitely. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think any three-peat is amazing, and for a team, that's truly special. I definitely got to say the Bulls.
So you're going to also say the Yankees three-peat would be more impressive than yours when your home run three-peat, Derby three-peat?
When did they do a three-peat?
98, 99, 2000.
Yeah, that was a while ago. So.
Good answer, Pete.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pete, what are your thoughts on the new home run derby chain, and how much would it matter to you to be spinning that thing tonight?
Honestly, I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but to win it would be really special.
Let me show you just so you can see.
Oh, he's looking for that shift or no shift, and why?
I say shift. Guys should be allowed to play wherever they want, you know. I mean, but if people want to take it away, then I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question.
If you could be commissioner for a day, what would you change about it?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Begging an answer.
I don't know. I don't know what I would change. I would need a week's notice before because I need to do a lot of thinking on it.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just for your sake, that's what it's looking like. It's pretty badass, right?
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that would obviously be a huge deal to get that.
Well, I mean the chain's great, but the biggest thing is I'm just competing to win, and then also not just competing for myself. I'm competing for my wife and I's foundation, the Alonso Foundation, and any winnings any winnings is going to go to our foundation, and it's going to be used to help animals and kids in need.
You've obviously been a huge fan of baseball for a long time. How much does it matter that you could join Ken Griffey Jr. as the only guys to do this 3 times to win it?
I mean, Griffey's the man, and to share that in history would be crazy. So again, it's a great possibility, and I mean to be with Griff is tremendous.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hey, Pete. Nice to see you again.
Hey,
We meet at Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yep. So, in this season, you guys did a great job. So, could you tell me what's your goal in this season?
So the goal for the second half is to put ourselves in position to win a championship, and I feel like if we play hard every day, we're going to give ourselves a really good opportunity to do that.
So you're a back-to-back champion. So what means a home run derby for you?
I love competing in the Derby. It's so fun, and again, I'm just really excited for this opportunity to compete. And then again, like I said before, I'm competing for not just for myself, but for the Alonso Foundation. I'm really excited because if I do win, proceeds are going to help the foundation, and we're looking to help kids in need and also animals in need in our community. So we're really excited. It's a great opportunity, and I'm really excited to be here.
So how about All-Star? What means an All-Star game for you?
I mean, it's such a high accolade, and I'm just really blessed to be here and put a lot of hard work in, and I'm just really excited. It's an honor to be here, and it's going to be a great day.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Healthy and good luck.
Thank you.
Pete, weather report here on Paul with CNN. It's well known that the ball travels at this stadium on hot afternoons in the summer. So give me a sense for your feeling about will balls be flying out of here or just what?
Oh yeah, they will be. Absolutely, that's for sure.
And one more question. You know, a lot of us, people who played Little League, played a position, then they pitched and had the team snack. Based on that, what do you think of what Ohtani's able to do? And I don't know if you did this in high school or college, pitched and played a position, but tell us about how difficult that is and what you think of it.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I pitched, it was like playing dodgeball. I couldn't throw strikes. So I mean, I think the last time I pitched was in like 8th grade. So I mean, to do what he's doing, both sides of the ball is incredible. And I mean, that just goes to show not just all the all the hard work he's put in. Granted, he's a very talented individual, but to kind of stay where he's at, I mean, that's a lot of talent. So, I mean, super high praise for him. And I finally got to see him in person when we got to play the Angels this year. And I mean, when you see all these highlights and stuff like that, it's like, okay, great, awesome. But playing against him, competing against him, he's different for sure. He's different.
How can you describe like your mental and physical preparation to win, like mentality to win against the home?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing is being relaxed and allowing myself to perform. That's it. I think being in a relaxed but aggressive state of mind is pretty much the key.
When we see those highlights from the last few years, and I'm thinking that obviously you see it yourself as well, you're kind of like getting to that mood. You know, you get into the ambient. Like, what's your expectation is how it's going to be here in LA?
I mean, it's going to be electric. I mean, Dodger Stadium is a great place to play. Obviously, a ton of fans come in and watch the games, and I know this is going to be a packed house, and I think playing in front of or competing in front of a bunch of people is going to be really special. So, just want to stay within myself and go out there and leave it all out there.
Is there any specific players that you're looking to play with or against?
Again, I'm just taking it all in, you know. I mean, being here is a true honor, and again, like to be able to compete and play with and be in the same locker room with these high amount of quality players, it's truly special. So I'm just going to take it all in and enjoy it as it comes.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
Whether you should participate or not, you love this event, and I think that's infectious. Why do you like it so much? Why is it such an appealing thing for you to do?
I mean, it's an opportunity for me to spread some awareness about our foundation, firstly. And then secondly, it's something I've always wanted to do as a kid. And as a kid, it was just a special event to me, and I always wanted to do it. And so I'm doing it for the little kid in me.
Is there any effect when you come out of it for the next couple of weeks? I mean, do you ever feel any lingering?
No, absolutely not. I mean, honestly, if you performing, my second half performances after doing it have been really, really good. Have been actually stellar. So I think, honestly, in a way, the Derby kind of locks me in and gets me ready to go for the second half.
Were there any hurdles in getting Dave to throw to you?
I had to yank his arm. He was. As soon as I called and asked him, he was just like, "Oh, absolutely." So yeah, I mean, he was really juiced up to do it, and it's I mean, Dave and I have a really great relationship. Even I know he's working with another team, but I mean, we still keep up with each other. We have a great relationship. So the Joust family is always going to be a part of our baseball family. So great, not just Dave, but his wife and whole family are fantastic people. So great relationship there.
Did you deliver the copy to him personally, or order it up?
Oh, he's got three whole pots brewing right now, because he'll probably be done drinking that at like 4:00, and then he's gonna have a couple more pots ready to go. I got his 12-pack of Bud Light ready to go for him too, for after.
Pete, as a guy that's competed against Juan Soto for a number of years now, what's your feeling that a guy of that talent could be on the move? He could wind up going to a different team.
I mean, again, competing against Juan, he's one of those guys who's since the day he walked into the big leagues and walked into that Nationals clubhouse, in the show, he's kind of taken the league by storm. He's an excellent competitor. I'll tell you what, I like him personally, but competing against him, it's not enjoyable, because typically he's doing what Juan does. I mean, he's an excellent player, and he's been there for so many years. He's a championship player. He's won a World Series with them, so excellent player. And I mean, again, I just wish him all the best.
Do you get involved in thinking hey, I see these rumors that the guy might be available, that'd be cool, or do you just, I mean, you have teammates right now, so maybe it's it's not the way you think. Is that exciting to you to think, oh, gee, that guy could be?
Typically, I just think whatever I see or hear, I don't think it's real until it actually happens in front of my face. So if hypothetically, if he were to show up, it'd be like, oh, cool. But also all the talk, it's all talk. Nothing, unless there's ink on paper or something's right in front of my face. I don't really pay much mind to it.
Hey Pete, position players pitching used to be real rare. Now it's an almost everyday occurrence. Is it getting old for you already, or is this something where every time you see it, still at least gets an out-of-hand game widely again?
I haven't seen it a whole lot.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys have been playing 2 tight games now.
Well, yeah, I haven't really. I think it only happened once this year for us, but yeah, I wish we had more of those.
That's something you like seeing?
Yeah, it means that we did a really good job of getting to their pitchers. So it's it's almost like a mercy rule type of thing.
Yeah.
So that I've only seen it once this year, but for us, but it's cool.
How does the vibe in the dugout change in a game where, let's say you guys are out and you see a position player coming in? Is it everybody back on the top step after a lopsided score?
Some guys love it, some guys hate it, because if you don't get a hit, then you
it looks worse.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a teammate who you haven't seen pitch, or a position player who you think would be fun to see on the mound?
Oh, JD Davis would be JD actually used to close for Fullerton when he pitched in college. So I think JD would actually do a really good job. He's got a really good arm, and also ex-teammate of mine, Todd Frazier. He's got a hell of a knuckleball.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Pete, apologies. I'm sure you've been asked this a million times already, but I'm just curious how you're feeling going into tonight and your thoughts on the home run derby.
Yeah, I'm really excited to compete. I'm not just competing for myself. I'm competing for my wife and I's foundation as well, the Alonso Foundation. Any winnings from the event tonight is going to really help us out to do some good in our communities, especially helping out kids and animals in shelters. So I'm really excited for this opportunity, and it's going to be a really, really good time tonight.
I mean, obviously you want to win. That goes without saying. But how cool would it be to be the first guy to win 3 straight?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. It's why I'm competing.
In addition to the charitable aspect, the first 2 titles were a big deal for you financially, more than you made in those respective years. Now that you signed this new deal, how do you sort of think about the prize money? Is it even more just a charitable thing because you're getting into the better part of your earning power?
Well, to be honest, it's always been about giving back and helping, because the first derby worked a lot with Tunnels to Towers, which helps 9/11 victims and their families, and then also the Wounded Warrior Project. Second year, a lot of the derby money ended up going to our foundation, which really helped us out to be able to spread some good in the communities of Tampa and New York. And again, this year's the same. So it's the Alonso Foundation. We're going to be doing a lot of good stuff in New York and Tampa, and hopefully beyond. And if I were to win, the money would go a long way with helping families, children, and shelters. So we're really, really excited for this opportunity. And again, that's why we're doing it. I'm not just competing for me or whatever. It's I love competing. It's fun, but then also I just love to give back, because I'm really fortunate. Our family's really fortunate. We're blessed for this opportunity and platform, and we just want to give back.
Pete, I'm curious what you think MLB, the league, and Rob specifically can do to better promote all these All-Stars.
I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. If you look at other leagues and stuff like the NFL, NBA, it's if you look at even just social media. If you look at some of the NBA or NFL stars out there, they have if you just look at the follower discrepancy is there's a huge fall off for baseball. So I think if we just continue to keep hammering on the social media and try and grow the game globally. It's already a global game, but just try and create a further reach for the game. I feel like that would be helpful. But we're doing a really good job, especially with the Home Run Derby X initiative in a couple different countries. So we're getting there for sure. Definitely measures are being taken. So we just need to keep hammering those home and keep keep trying to think outside the box.
And then totally separately, obviously the information that you guys look at within the game is not the same as maybe the traditional stats. What's the one stat you wish fans would look at to see what kind of year you're having?
To be honest, I don't really look at those advanced stats because they can be manipulated. I really like I like the bubblegum stats. I like the whatever's on the back of a baseball card.
You've really become associated, obviously, as a leader of the Mets. As you kind of build up more of a legacy, how important is being a one-team star to you? Is that something that factors into your thinking?
I'm sorry, can you rephrase that?
Is it important to you to be a one-team star for your career?
Again, like I love New York. New York is home, and I mean it's a really special place for my family and I. So I love it. I mean, a one-team star. I don't know what the future holds, but I love my team. I love the guys I'm with. I love our staff. So it's a special place, and I'm really comfortable. Yeah.
In your experience, who are some of the toughest pitchers to hit a home run off?
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, pretty much all of them are on both these rosters. So, I mean, if you look at the All-Star list, I mean, those are the guys. Yeah.
Sorry if you've been answering this all day, but what makes Dave such a good home run derby BP pitcher? Like, what's the strategy? What works for you?
Well, there's no strategy. He just throws it the way I like it. That's
the
it.
way you like it.
I mean,
where do you want it?
Right in my happy zone, right down the middle.
Yeah. How far in advance did you start talking to him about arranging to be available?
I mean, me and him have a pretty open line of contact, but I didn't.
Pretty good friends.
Yeah, he's a part of my baseball family. He's just a great guy, and then also like his family is phenomenal as well. But I asked him as soon as I knew I was an all-star, I said, hey, like if I was an all-star, I'm going to do the derby. So he's like, all right, and then it happened, and now we're here.
Yeah. Have you gotten him the coffee yet?
Oh yeah, he's got 3 pots brewing right now.
3. All right. A little bit of a tip. You said 2 initially.
Well, he's a big coffee guy.
Yeah. What? Other than the throwing it where you want, is there something about the pace that is helpful to you?
I mean, pace comes into play, but I mean the biggest thing is just putting it right there.
What's your favorite part about hitting a home run? Which part of it feels best?
I mean, feeling the ball come off the bat, seeing the trajectory, and then, I mean, once it leaves, I don't know.
That's the whole home run.
Yeah, the entire thing.
Hitting it, traveling it, landing, running around the bases. That's the home run.
Yep, the whole bit.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
Hi, Pete. I was wondering, when you were growing up, did you vote for the All-Star game at all?
No. No, I didn't know how to, I mean, I don't think the voting was I don't know how did that work?
Well, so back in my day, they used to have punch ballots. You had to be at the game to fill it out. Then online started, 10, 15 years ago. But you never went online and voted or anything.
10, 15 years ago, how old was I 10, 15 years ago? So I was 27. So yeah, 10 years ago I was 17. I was in high school now. There's no way I voted.
Too cool to go online and vote.
No, I was just too worried about trying to advance my career and get there, because for me I just had one focus, and this was it. This was it for me. I was out there, whether it be at practice, at school, doing homework or lifting. Like for me, this was it. I didn't want to just be there and vote. I just wanted to kind of invest in myself and put that time in for me, so I could be here sitting in this seat.
Now, when you guys are voting now, what are some of the stats and numbers you look at for other players when you're making your choices?
I don't know. I'm not voting for anybody else. I'm voting for me.
You didn't vote for the player voting?
I voted for myself and my teammates. Yeah.
How are you feeling about the Derby, trying to make a little history here? You come into this thing and you just swag out all the time.
Again, I'm just really blessed for this opportunity, and I'm not just competing for me. I'm competing for my wife and I's foundation, the Alonso Foundation, and if there's any winnings tonight, then that money that's going to help families, children, and shelters helping animals out in need. So for us, like, the Derby's a great event, but I'm not just competing for myself. I'm competing for something a little bit bigger and greater, and I'm just really blessed with this opportunity, and I just want to help people. And that's what we want to do at the Alonso Foundation.
How long has the foundation been going on for?
So we went through a rebranding process. So in 2020, we started a foundation called Homers for Heroes. So basically, it's the same foundation, but we just went through a rebranding after my wife and I got married. Once we got married, and we have the same last name. It's like we're just going to call it the Alonso Foundation. So we've been going for, this is our 3rd year, and we've done a lot of good to help our communities in Tampa and in New York.
Any specific strategy hitting at Dodger Stadium for the Derby?
Yeah, I got pretty. I love playing. In Dodger Stadium during the regular year. I think I play pretty well here, and I'm really comfortable in the dirt, in the box. So again, I'm just excited to enjoy and have fun.
Awesome, thank you.
Who's gonna pitch to you today?
Dave Joust, the same as last year.
But he now worked for Washington.
Yes.
But did you? So
yes.
You can,
yeah. So I called him. He's like, hey, can you do it? And he's like, absolutely. So Dave's throwing to me.
how important like batting pitcher to this kind of? I mean, not just batting practice, this kind of contest.
Yeah, I mean he's an excellent BP thrower. I think he's the best I've ever had, and I mean it's really special. Really, he's really special, and we have a great relationship and a great bond. So it's just exciting.
So he knows exactly what you want to do.
Absolutely, he knows where to throw. Of course.
Pete, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
We're going for 3?
Yeah.
Can you guarantee it?
I mean, that's why I'm doing it. That's why I'm doing it. I'm just really excited. It's one of the best days of the year.
It's gotta be, right?
Yes.
So when did you decide that you're gonna be participating?
So I always thought about doing it, but as soon as I was named to the team, I'm like, all right, I'm 100% doing it.
Love that. Did you reach out or did they reach out?
No, I reached out to Dave as my thrower as soon as I got named. So they reached out. They said, "Hey, you're an all-star," and then I was like, "Dave, it's on, buddy."
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Have you changed any sort of preparation or strategy from years past?
Nope.
Everything's the same.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Red carpet fit?
I'm really excited for the red carpet. It's gonna be good.
Can you give us any hints what you're wearing, or is this a surprise?
You gotta ask my wife. She dressed me.
That's smart. Are you guys coordinating?
I'm coordinating to her.
Smart man. You know
Yes.
how this goes. You know
Yes.
how this goes.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do a little
Yeah.
throw around. Can you just nod? Hang on. I'm finally getting on the social media train. They're making me do it. Thanks, Pete.
Okay.
Alright, so since we're in LA, we are going to ask you all your favorite questions. Who would play you in a movie?
Tom Hardy.
Favorite actress crush?
I don't know.
Good answer. All-time favorite movie?
Saving Private Ryan.
All-time favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot.
Would you rather watch only horror films every day for the rest of your life, or watch whatever movie you want but have to deal with Jumping Jacks for the duration of
Probably horror films.
Nobody likes Jumping Jacks. Which house would you be placed in Harry Potter?
I would like to think Gryffindor.
Gryffindor's a good one. Jumping Mills like Gryffindor. What do you think you'd be in?
Oh, Jeff's a Hufflepuff. Don't let him fool you.
Hufflepuff.
Yes.
That's good. I thought Slytherin, but that's good. All right, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. How we doing?
Good. We're just going to do a couple. This is Lauren from the PA also.
How you doing?
Great to meet you. So I wanted to see, do you have any special cleats for the
Yes.
Derby?
Yeah, so same guy that painted my bats last year. So he's an artist here based in LA. His name is Gregory Sif. He's a street artist. He's actually he has a bunch of different showrooms and places all over, like Miami, New York, Tampa, and obviously here LA. But so he painted my cleats. He actually grew up in New York. He's a New York Mets fan, so he went crazy on the cleats, and I can't be more excited to learn. He's got cleats and batting gloves for me. I'm really excited.
That's awesome. How's anything different about like Dodger Stadium in terms of the Derby, or?
No, I mean I love hitting in Dodger Stadium. I feel like I always perform well here, and it's just one of those places I just feel extremely comfortable and see the ball well. And I know Jousey, my VP thrower, he's gonna put it right on the money.
Awesome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Do you want to compete with Shohei?
Yeah, I mean Shohei's he's an incredible talent, and I mean I'm sad he's not competing, because he has a tremendous amount of power. He's a great hitter, and I know the fans would love to see him. So he would have been an awesome addition to the field.
What do you think about his season?
I mean, he's having an incredible year so far. So I actually got to compete against him when we played the Angels this year. So to actually see him in person and compete against him in person I thought it was a blast, and it was really fun actually seeing how he plays in person.
There's some rumors that he might come to the Mets. What do you think about that?
That'd be great. I mean, again, he's a all-star caliber player. He's an MVP. Like, he has so much talent, and he'd be great. He'd be more than welcomed in Queens.
Thanks.
Of course.
Hey, how much is Starling Marte meant to your team, and what have your impressions been of getting to know him?
I mean, what he's dealt with this year, adversity-wise, he is just such an unbelievably mentally tough human being, and he's just a great guy. He's a humble guy, great teammate, and his performance, I mean, speaks for itself. I mean, the guy's just such a pro. He comes in ready to play every single day, and he leaves it all out there. So that's all you want. That's all you can really ask for. He's an unbelievable teammate, great person, and obviously tremendous talent, tremendous player. Yeah. Good, thank you.
Kyle, Fox 11. Curious, what's your prediction for the Derby?
Well, I don't enter to not win, so this isn't a participation type thing. So I'm in it to win it. When he's up at the plate, I mean, hopefully he doesn't hit one over the fence. That's typically what I'm thinking. But I mean, he's an excellent player, and competing against him for so many years. I mean, he's a tremendous ball player, and he's one of those guys that you circle, highlight, star, and underline, and say, hey, this guy's not beating us. So he's a great talent, great player.
Can I get your reaction to what you heard getting the start?
Oh, that's awesome. I mean, super well deserved for him. Again, like he's means so much to the Dodgers in this city. So I'm really happy that he gets to start here in his hometown. So it's really special. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? Abby Morningside, Fox News. How you doing?
Good.
Great. Oh, sorry. It's under your. I don't want to hurt anybody. After your win in 2019, you donated part of your $1 million prize to the Wounded Warrior Project and Tunnel to Towers. Can you just talk to me about what our nation's heroes mean to you?
So, being able to do that and see how it affected the families of the victims, it really meant a lot. And I actually got to meet the people that the money was donated to and helped out. So to be able to meet them and see them in person, it was extremely rewarding. And so we kind of want to do the same thing this year, but instead of like going through other different organizations, my wife and I, we created the Alonso Foundation in 2020, and any winnings of the event, from the event, it's going to be going to help children, families, and shelters for animals. And we're going to use that just to continue to show our appreciation for this lovely opportunity we have.
So you're saying all of the winnings?
Yeah, it's going to help our foundation tremendously. So it's going to go a really long way and help us do some good in our communities.
Why did you choose these organizations in general? Obviously, this is your own organization, but why these projects in particular?
So I think the biggest part, we chose the Tunnels to Towers because New York is an incredibly special place, and we can't forget about the scars that 9/11 left behind. There's still people being affected by diseases from that incident, and we want to continue to help those families and continue to help those victims along, not just heal physically and mentally. And then for the Wounded Warriors, there's a lot of kind of PTSD and kind of mental health issues with veterans coming back and serving from overseas, and we kind of wanted to help tackle that and make things a little bit better for those, not just for them, but their families as well. So.
And what does the game of baseball mean to our country, in your opinion, being able to go out there and represent us?
I love representing the city of New York. I love being able to represent our country, and I think baseball is one of those sports that just brings people together. No matter who you're rooting for, or no matter what city you're from, baseball is one of those sports that's on TV all the time, and no matter what, people can kind of lean on baseball and appreciate it and root for something.
Can you do one more thing for me? Do you mind just looking into the camera and saying Steve Ainsley and Brian, back to you?
Steve Ainsley and Brian, back to you.
He's a natural. Thank you so much, Pete. Appreciate it.
Poquito. Ok, dame.
Un mensaje legado que significa David aquí para ti, para este Hall of Fame este 24 de
Albert, la pregunta es about Albert y Miggy, ¿correcto?
No. David Ortiz, ¿qué significa?
David Ortiz. I mean, David's a great player. When I was a kid, I watched David, and he's just Big Papi is one of the best to do it. So he's a really special player, and he means a lot. And I'm super happy he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Thank you. Doing good. No, I mean he's a great player, but it's crazy because it's almost like he's two different players in a singular body, because he's a great hitter, he's a great and also he's a great pitcher. So I mean it's really special what he's able to do. Well, probably a lot. You gotta pay him a lot.
Wouldn't mind being his teammate.
Yeah. So I'm so not aware. I'm so out of the loop. What? I get a lot of Ohtani questions. Is there like a rumor that he's going to the Mets?
He's got one more year after.
Oh, I got you. So you guys are asking preemptive questions in case it does happen.
Always looking at the source.
I got you. I mean, if he's my teammate in the future, I'd be really happy he's on our side. I mean, obviously extreme talent, but I didn't know if he was fixing to get traded to us or something. So, or I was just wondering if I was out of the loop or not. So you don't know more than I know. Okay.
What's your game routine? Do you take a nap after this? How do you just maintain yourself until the lights go on?
Just go out there, have fun, and just do what I do best. Yeah, thank you.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. You too, man. Hey, so you've gotten to experience a few of these now, but as a kid growing up, what is the first memory from an All-Star game that you have?
So, first memory is just watching the Derby on TV, but the number one thing that sticks out to me, is way back when Josh Hamilton just went absolutely, yes. So my memories, it's not necessarily the All-Star game. For me, it's the Derby. That's for me the number one thing for me.
So you are at this point a Derby legend, which I classify you.
Thank you
for Fox Sports.
Thank you.
But this is now won 2 in a row. This is a third. Let's say you win. Is there a limit, or are you just going to keep going until someday somebody knocks you off? Like, could you go 10 in a row?
10 in a row is a lot. But I really enjoy doing it, and for me, it's let's say if I were to, it'd be really tough not to want to do it. Like it'd be, I feel like I'd have a fear of missing out. I'd for sure have FOMO if I chose not to do it. I'd probably be back and forth, changing my mind. It's like, do I want to do it? Yes, I want to do it, but I mean, if I'm healthy, I'm probably going to compete.
Last one for you. All-Star Game is here in LA for the first time in 42 years. If you could run into any celebrity on the street and meet them, who would it be?
Wow, was not prepared for this question. Probably, I'm a big Peaky Blinders fan, so Cillian Murphy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Hey Pete, obviously All-Star Weekend is a great thing for the fans, but why is it important to the players?
It's just such a high honor, and it's as a player, it's truly an honor to be in the same locker room and against playing against the truly best in the game, and I'm really excited to represent Queens, represent New York out here in LA, because it just brings a lot more of attention, a lot more buzz and hype around the team, especially when you have guys that are all-stars. I feel like it gets people hyped up for the second half.
Definitely. And how would you describe the Mets fan base?
Oh, actually easily the most passionate fan base in all of baseball. So I'm just so blessed to be able to play in front of the Flushing faithful night in and night out. So it's truly special.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pete, quick question I'm asking everybody. What's like the funniest trash talk you've ever heard?
To be honest, I don't really pay much mind because I got a job to do, and I'm out there, I'm locked in. So if I hear something, I usually just forget it and tune it out.
What about like a fan base? Is there one fan base that like talks about another?
I mean, like in a positive way or a negative way?
I guess like try to throw you off your game.
Usually Philly. That's typically the one. Yeah.
MLB socials are mini bike.
Oh.
A few questions. Is it have a catch or play catch?
Play catch.
If you have a beard, do you also have a mustache?
Yes.
Flats or drumsticks?
What?
For wings, do you prefer the flats or the drumsticks?
Oh, drumsticks.
To strike out the side, is it 3 strikeouts in a row, or is it just 3 in an inning?
3 in an inning.
Do you need superstitions?
Yes. We'd be here all day if I told you all of them.
Who's your favorite player to watch right now?
I'd have to say Paul Goldschmidt.
What's your most played song right now?
You'll hear it at the Derby.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
What's been your personal highlight of the year, the first half?
I wouldn't say there's one moment, but it's just so fun going to the yard every single day. We got a great group of guys, and it's just an absolute blast. So I really love just going to the yard every single day and being with the guys, you know.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, 2 questions for you. One, your last meal before you go out, 1 plate and 1 drink of choice. What are you going with?
I'm going with a medium rare porterhouse, hopefully with all the fixings, and to drink, definitely going to have a nice glass of red wine.
And then a lot of people probably forget this. Last year, I had the pleasure of going out with you to the bars after the Derby.
Yes.
You had the chain on.
Yes.
And a lot of people forget that we got kicked out.
No, we did not get kicked out. That is actually false. There's a lot of videos and stuff like that out there. We did not get kicked out. They actually let us stay. There was a huge misunderstanding. The videos were misleading, and I was actually really upset because the bar stayed up open late. Shout out to that bar in Denver. They did not kick us out. It was a misunderstanding, and we took care of the bartenders at the end of the night. They were super gracious and welcoming. I know this is a year old, but that was a really fun night. It was a special night, and I was actually really upset that it kind of got slanted that way when they were super welcoming and stuff like that. So they did not kick us out. That's going to clear the air, and you can post that right now as I say it.
Thank you.
What's up, buddy? Sick chain.
Thank you.
So I have a question.
Okay.
You probably know who Gregory is, right?
Yes. Oh, Gregory's a man.
He painted your bags.
The cleats. Yeah,
last
yeah.
year, did your cleats this year.
Yes.
So I'm actually his friend. I know him. So.
Nice.
Yeah. But business card here.
Oh.
Give me a follow on Instagram.
All right. A little business card, a little poker chip. All right. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at this.
One out of one card.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a deal with Tops I made. So I'm still signing right now, but once I'm done with this, these are going to get put in the alligator set packs.
All right. Sweet. Love that. Love that. Congratulations, buddy. And thank you for your business card. Thank you.
You want to say something? Do you watch Stranger?
Love Stranger Things. Okay, so please don't ruin it. I haven't seen part 2. Don't ruin it, please.
I've seen all seasons.
I have not seen part 2, but I after the All-Star game on Wednesday, I'm gonna watch the last episode of the last season. Yeah, I love Stranger Things. Okay.
Do you watch Yellowstone?
Love Yellowstone. Love Yellowstone.
Great talking to you, Pete.
Hey, pleasure, man. Pleasure. Nice.
I think my dad's happy just standing here.
Pete, do you think players on all the other contending teams will be watching to see what happens to Soto? Look at Mookie ended up with the Dodgers a couple years ago, and he put them over the top. And if he goes to your team or the other New York team, maybe he's a difference maker. I know you guys may be following this. You think it's certainly to get him out of the division.
Well, I mean, there's a lot to think about, but then also he cannot be traded, you know. So I mean, there's a lot of options, a lot that can happen, a lot that may or may not happen. So I don't really know. I don't really pay attention.
A difference maker though for a team to get over the top of the line.
Possibly. Yeah, if he's healthy, oh, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I don't know where he's going, and I'm sure he doesn't even know where he's going. So yeah, I don't really know too much about the particulars.
Thank you.
Yes. All right, thank you guys.
Entra ahora y entérate de todo en cuanto ocurre en el ámbito deportivo nacional e internacional. www.lamaquinadeportiva.com